everyone. I wanted to try to do a get ready with me with Dollar Tree makeup to follow up on my last clip that I filmed. In that clip, I had gone over some makeup that I really liked and just like a haul of stuff that I got from Dollar Tree that I find useful. And like I had mentioned last time, I'm a little bit addicted to Dollar Tree. I go maybe once every couple weeks. I do find things there that, I find useful for my family, useful for my household. Some things are fine. For $1.25, they're great. Some things are not worth it at all, and some things are excellent. There are some gems there for sure. So I already prepped my face with the exception, and I put a lip mask on. This was last night. This is one of my favorite products at Dollar Tree. I love it. It just works really well for me. My lips stay hydrated because they chap easily, even in the summer. And I like it. I think it's supposed to be a Neutrogena dupe, but I don't know because I've never tried the Neutrogena. So the only exception to what I did not do with my skincare is to do my eye care. So I will use either this from Dollar Tree if I'm using Dollar Tree products. And this is the Skin Nutrition Age Defy Dark Circle and Puffiness Serum. And I really like it. I think it is a pretty thin formula, but it does absorb nicely. And I noticed that my makeup goes on better, that it is hydrating, that it's nice. When I looked at the ingredients, I didn't see anything in it that I thought was too alarming. The other thing that I do like is this one by Global Beauty. It's got peptides, hyaluronic acid, and squalene. I like it. It's a little thicker than what's in the red bottle, and it's hydrating. And there's a little bit of hyaluronic acid and squalene, which is hydrating, and peptides, which, just help the makeup to go on better. I enjoy both those products because last time I said I don't do skincare at Dollar Tree with a few exceptions. I can't find it right now, but this Skin Nutrition's Botanical also has a retinol that I think is nice for $1.25. Do I think it's, the best? I do not. I've been using it for 6 months. I've noticed a bit of a difference in my skin tone and just generally how even my skin will be as far as oiliness and the T-zone and dryness on the outside. And I do like it. So last time I also showed you this little guy. I like him. I've been putting my beauty blender in here, my knockoff beauty blender. It's an antimicrobial sponge. I think I had said there was silver nitrate. It is not. It says infused with silver. And then on the back, it says infused with silver particles. They're antimicrobial properties built into the product. I think it does last a longer time. I just washed this out just with Dawn soap and my brushes. Most of my brushes are Sephora. I don't find the brushes at the Dollar Tree to be great. I think there are a couple, I think there was one recently that was MB, I think was the brand, and I got a couple of them. My daughters use them and they're okay. But anyway, I'm kind of a Sephora fan for brushes. So anyway, that's how I prep my skin. I put on already SPF. I don't get that from Dollar Tree either. I don't find that the SPF that's at Dollar Tree goes well underneath your makeup. On the beach, I think it works fine, if you're just putting on your body. But underneath makeup, I found that it was very oily and it pilled. And I've tried several different brands from the Dollar Tree over the years. And I don't personally think it works that well. Okay, so I cannot find the base makeup I got in Be Pure. So I'm going to use the under eye concealer for base today. I'm going to show you what fair looks like on my skin. It's actually a pretty good match. It's not bad at all for me. But the nude that you can get in the base makeup, because I just ran out of it, I used it up. The nude instead of the fair, it is a little, and you'll see in the next minute or two, it's going to oxidize a little bit, turn a little orange. It's not terrible. It's not the worst oxidization I've ever had with even higher end products as far as base makeup, foundation. But you're going to see, if you see right now, you can see a difference now between my neck and the foundation on my face. It oxidized in just that little bit of time. Okay, so what I do, and what I'll do to correct this, is I use a little bit of Conceal Correct. This is the LA Colors Conceal Correct. I usually do this on the back of my hand until I get the color that I prefer. And then I use my beauty blender to blend it in. So if you see, really does correct the orange out of it. The foundation is even a little more orange for my skin tone. You know, I find that it does oxidize as well a little bit, and it's not, like I said, it's not terrible. So I take it on the back of my hand. I then mix in a little bit of this, and mix it up and see how it, you know, how I like it. Then I spread it on my face because it has like a minute or two to kind of warm up. And on the back of my hand, let's see, I think that color is pretty good. I think that's pretty nice. I don't know if you can see that. And I think you can do that with these correctors. There's this corrector, which takes out some of the orange. There's this corrector that takes out, like, if it was too dark for you, it might make it a little bit, or too peachy, I guess. It might make it a little less peachy. There is the peach corrector, which that should take out any darkness if it's too dark for you, because they only have one, as far as I've seen in my Dollar Tree, they only have just nude. So they only have one color, which is not okay. And then I'm thinking, and I haven't tried it, I might ask a friend of mine to try. There is a bronzer that is deep, that is liquid. And if you mix the bronzer with, like this, with the concealer or the foundation, you may actually get a deeper color that will work for ladies who have deeper skin than I do. I don't know, but play around with it because I think that might work. It works for me. And, you know, for $1.25 for each product, I think it's nice. And I will tell you that this product I find to be, once you get the right color, to be very hydrating. It is a medium coverage. You can build it up to a nice medium. And it is long wear. I wear it for probably 8 hours without a problem. Of course, I powder and set, so that does help. And I need a little bit more. It's beautiful. It just gets absorbed into the skin beautifully. And I think it's a really nice product for a Dollar Tree product. Anyway, and I wear it on a regular basis, really. The only other thing I wear on a regular basis if I don't feel like doing a full makeup is just a tint. I really like the L'Oreal True Match, obviously not at Dollar Tree, Nude. It has hyaluronic acid, it's a tinted serum. If I'm doing like a very minimal makeup look, which is usually actually what I do most days, let me build this up just a bit because I'm a little red. And then I'm going to use it under my eyes too because this is the concealer. And next time I do a get ready with me, I will show you guys the foundation. But it builds nicely. And I find that I get enough coverage for myself. If you want full coverage, I don't think that there's a product at Dollar Tree that will give you that. I've tried a few of them. I don't like any of the other foundations at all at Dollar Tree. I do like the Essentially Ageless Concealer. I think that wears nicely. I think that it's a pretty good color. I really enjoy it. And I will put that on when I want something that's not as sheer under my eyes as this is. So let's see if I can show you. Can you see how it's like blending and how the color has corrected to a degree? It's a pretty good match. I like it. Okay. And I did go ahead and put it on my eyes. I have also run out of, and I can't find it again. I don't know if anybody else can find it. Comment if you can find it, but I can't find the LA Color eye primer, which I like. It's not the absolute best. I think in my last video I said, the P. Louise, some of the higher end primers are really good. It grips the makeup better. It lasts a little bit longer, but for $1.25, it's a really pretty nice product. And I do use it, on a regular basis. So, but I'm out. I'm out of a lot of things today. Okay, so there's that. I think that's pretty well blended in. So I'm gonna pop my little beauty blender right back into my case. I do wash these on a regular basis. Every day I wash this and this out, and it's been working out nicely. Okay, so then last time I told you that I got the contour stick, the LA Colors contour stick. I like it. This one is in deep, and I like it. I think it's a pretty good color. So I'll do a little bit of light contour on this side. But I also mentioned, and it's a nice color, but I mentioned that I had found this, and I found this recently. I found another one, so I got a backup. I think it's right here. And there's not very many left, but I just found it like in the bottom bins, rummaging through. I found one and I thought, well, I like it enough. Let me get a backup. This is not for contour. This is Flower Beauty. It is for, it's a eyeshadow stick, but I use it on my eyes. I like it. It's very pretty, but I thought to myself, let me try this to contour with because it's so creamy. And I like the color so much that I wanted to try contouring with it. This is my Real Techniques brush from maybe 15 years ago. It was a foundation blender. I love it. I know it's not in vogue anymore. People don't use this, but I love it. And I love it for blending out products and especially for a little bit of contour blending. So that's the color on me. I really like that color. I'm not saying I dislike the side with the LA colors. It is more subtle. I don't think it gives me that bronze look that I really enjoy, or kind of like a little bit of sun or a little bit of tan. So I don't like it as much. And I think I mentioned last time, it's more emollient and it tends to kind of fade faster. And this is a little drier, but only a little bit. It's still very creamy. I'm going to put a little bit on this side because it's not even. I don't think the color's even. But very, very creamy. I just, I don't want you to think it's not creamy, but it just sets up really nicely and it stays all day and it's just beautiful. So let me know if anybody else tries this as a contour color. I like it. Okay, next I have a bunch of Ioni blushes. They're all here with one highlighter. Do you think you can close up on this? I'm gonna put blush on next. I have a bunch of them. They're supposed to dupe, I guess, the Benefit. That's what they look like. They're very pigmented. They're very soft. They're really pretty. And they do not stay closed initially very well. But what I do is I put a rubber band on them for about a week or two. And then after that time, they seem to stay closed very nicely. So that's a little trick, if you're getting frustrated with the new ones. I have a couple of new colors. So this one is my favorite. This is pink gold. I think this looks very pretty for every day. It's got a little bit of gold shimmer to it. It's a goldish shimmer. Then there's this one, which is French pink. And I think that that's beautiful for like when I'm more tan. It really shows up nicely and I have to use it with a very light hand. This one is Celestial Peach. This is more of a brownish peach. I think it's very light. Again, they're so pigmented, you have to use them very lightly. But it's very light, and I think it's good for more fall looks or an everyday look in the summer. I mean, really, it's not, but I think it's better for fall. This is Pink Rose. Again, this is very similar in the pan to French Pink, but when you swatch them, they are a little different. This is, I think, a little bit more of a pop pink, like a bubblegum pink. And this is a little bit deeper. There's a little bit more red in this one. In the pan, they look extremely similar. I think on the skin, they also look, similar. But this one's deeper than this one. So the Pink Rose is I think it's the French Pink, is a little deeper than the Pink Rose. And then this is a highlight I got. This is Eternal Youth, and you can see I bought it not long ago, and it does not stay closed. Again, I will put a rubber band on this one and it will eventually stay closed. This is Golden Glow. There's a little bit of flecks of gold in that one. I got a couple new ones. Let's see. This is a highlight. This is Moonlight Glow, which looks pretty, and I'm going to try it out today. I don't normally wear just on an everyday basis. Only if I'm going out at night do I wear highlight, but I will try it today. Brighten and Shine Face Highlight. Moonlight Glow. It's pretty. It's very pretty. Oh, that is gorgeous. It's got it's definitely got a lighter tone to it, but then it's also got a little slight pink undertone. Whereas this one, I think, is a little more next to it here. It's just a little more brown gold. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that on camera? Okay. So they're both very pretty. I like that. And okay, I'm going to use my 99 Sephora brush. It's my blush brush. I like it. And then in between, because I am going to put on my highlight as well with this brush, I will use one of these color cleaners. I got this off of Amazon, but they have one at Dollar Tree. And honestly, I just never saw it. So I had bought this one off of Amazon and then found it at Dollar Tree. And it works just as well. I got it for my daughter. She uses the one that she got from Dollar Tree, the color cleaner, and it works very nicely. So save your money. Get it from Dollar Tree when you see it. Anyway, this one's salmon pink, which I think is, again, I mean, they're so soft, so pigmented, so beautiful. Oh, that is so salmony pink. That is beautiful for summertime, spring and summer. A little bit of a gold sheen. And then the last one I picked up is just peach. I think this is gonna be really pretty for summer as well. So pretty. Let's put that one. Oh, that is gorgeous. That's a really pretty color. Okay, I have 9 of them, 2 highlights. So 7 blushes. I don't know how many are out there. I looked it up online and no one has a list. Even the Ioni website didn't have a list of the blushes they have released. I have a couple other blushes. I like the starry blushes that came in. I've seen a couple of them again down in the bottom bins. I only got 12, 10, and 7. That's all I could find. But my understanding is that other people picked up a couple others. 8 looked like a nice color, and I think there was like an 11 or something that looked like a nice color. The 7 is a little more peach. The 10 is a little more mauve, and the 12 is just kind of a deeper mauve. These things right here, I don't know what they are, but they do not show up on your face. Like, it's not sparkly or anything like that. It's just a matte blush that is a deeper mauve, and it's pretty. There's just a little bit of sheen to it, but it's pretty. I also like the Essentially Ageless. It's infused with camellia oil, paraben and phthalate free. This is a very pretty everyday blush. I think it's soft. It's like a real soft, dusty pink, and it's right there. And it's so very pretty. I like that. I had the other color in this, and I don't know what happened to it. I'm not sure if, oh, you know what? I have one more Ioni. I have Baby Rose. Okay, so I have 10 in total, 8 blushes, 2 highlights. Baby Rose. Let's see how that is. Very pretty again. These are all very pretty. Just depending on what eye look you do, what season, what you're wearing, you know, that's, again, it's like a brown peach. It's just a little bit different than the other brown peaches that I have on. Very pretty. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with my favorite, which is this pink gold. And again, it's very pigmented. I put the littlest bit, look at how much came on my brush, like the littlest bit. And then I just start just a little bit, and then I turn my brush around, and then I will blend. Actually, I think I need to take a little bit off. They are super, super, super duper pigmented. So pretty, so soft, easily blendable. I love these things. And I think on my left side, it's a little darker than on my right side. So I'll go back in with my beauty blender and just try to blend it out a little bit with whatever's left over on here of the foundation. Okay, I might have to add just a slight bit. By just a slight bit, I mean the slightest bit. Okay, I think that looks a little bit more even. What do you think? Even? Yeah. Okay. So this is the 99 Sephora brush. It's blush. And I find that I can use it with powder and with cream. I like it with both. Oh, and then I also will do a little bit of contour on my nose because I have a little bit of like self-consciousness when it comes to the size of my nose at this point in my life. But I use one of these brushes. These are from Dollar Tree. I find them really nice. They're very packed. They're very smooth. They wash up really well. This is actually the first one I bought. I bought myself 2 backups and I haven't used them yet. And I've had this, gosh, I probably had it 2 years. I probably should just open up a new one. But I wash it regularly. And when I'm washing my brushes, I got this at Dollar Tree. They have several of these that come out different seasons, different times. I don't know if this particular one is still there. I got my daughter one that actually pops open to make a little bowl and then pops closed again to be flat. And it's similar. It all has these little patterns in it, grooves for different size brushes. This for your larger brushes, this is for your smaller brushes, you know, just to get all of the makeup and grime off. But it's great for $1.25. They work wonderfully. I've had this for 3 years. Keep using it. I will disinfect it with a little bit of like just rubbing alcohol sprayed on and then, you know, wash it off. But it's fabulous. I love it. Okay, and then let's see. I said I was going to do a little highlight. So let me take my pan here, get some of the blush off. And which highlight was it? This new one, Moonlight Glow. Let's try it out. So pigmented, so soft, so beautiful. Oh, I like that. I think it's pretty. Yeah, I think that's quite pretty. I don't know, can you pick that up on camera? That it's just a little subtle, and you can build it up, but it's a subtle highlight. Can you see that shimmer? Can you like maybe get, it's very pretty, especially in person, it's very pretty. I like it. I'm gonna do a little bit under my brow. I talked about this last time. This is the Ioni Chubby Stick Luminous Highlight. I don't know that everyone likes it. It is a little dry, but it lasts forever and it's very easily blendable. So I'm gonna show you on my hand. That's the highlight. I think it's very pretty under the brow. I think it just highlights just enough. It gives you a little bit of definition and I like it. That's basically what I do for my brows. I have bushy, dark brows. I get waxed regularly, I pluck, and then I also, this is a little thing from the Dollar Tree, use this little doodad to kind of trim them, make sure that they're even as far as length. I think they look a little better that way. And then all I do, and I don't know that everyone will like this, because if you like a brow that kind of sits up and is like that laminated look, it doesn't give this to you. I'm not into the laminated look, but I'm totally happy that at this time in our life, my brows are in style for the first time in my life. Bushy and big. I'm excited. But I have just a little, and I got it from Dollar Tree as well, Wet n Wild Mega Clear Lash and Brow Mascara. So I just put it on just to kind of get all the hairs to go one way and not to be crazy during the day. And I will also put it on my lashes. I think it makes a very nice primer for your lashes. And then I go in with my mascara. Okay, like I said last time, I have tried all the Dollar Tree mascaras. I don't like them at all. And then the only one that I think is passable, that if you want to give it a try, is the Be Pure one with hyaluronic acid. I gave that one to my daughter. She likes it. Since she's younger, she just wants something that's a lot more natural looking. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot to put on my Essentially Ageless primer. I do like this. You can't use too much, it'll get chalky, but you use just enough and it just kind of fills things in. There's another primer that people really like that I have never tried, and I'll try it for you next time, let you know how I like it, but it is more emollient, it's more moisturizing. It's probably for younger people who just want that real dewy look. With some of those products, sometimes they'll pill. So I'll try it out next time and let you know how it goes. I do love, if I am going to do anything with my brows, this Ioni Perfect Brow Mini Kit. You can see I've used just the wax part of it. I've used a little bit of this color. I think this is a very nice highlight underneath the eyes, but I already did the Chubby Stick. It's nice. I don't do my brows very often. Obviously, they're just naturally the way that they are, and to make them darker and bushier would probably not help my look at all. So I don't do them. Okay, so today I'm going to use this Waterlily. I showed this last time. I tried it out. I really like it. There's two mattes and a shimmer in the center. And I'm going to pair it with one that I love, which is the Nude Smoky. And both of these, this is Le Mercier and this one is LA Colors. Le Mercier, I do like their eyeshadow palettes. I've used a few of them. I always love the LA Color ones, with the exception, I like the quad, but the 6-pan, I have a couple 6-pans, they're okay. I don't like them as much as I like these. I don't know why. These are just more pigmented. They blend easier. They're pretty. I don't know. And then I had shown these last time. I do like these. And I didn't know, eyeshadow palette, soft pink. I didn't know what the brand was. I looked it up and it is Beauty Intuition. I like both of these palettes. Recently I saw one with like some blues and purples, which I might pick up. They're nice. I like them. Not as much as I like these colors like together with the three in the pans. I don't know why they're so much more pigmented. But LA Colors, as far as I understand it, has reformulated a lot of stuff. So I really should just try, as time goes on, I'll try the 6-pan ones again and see if they're any better. Anyway, I'm gonna go in with this matte. This is just a brown, just in my crease. Start off with that. Get a little bit of color in there. Sometimes I'll use what I used, and this is an eyeshadow. It's a cream eyeshadow. I'll use this in my crease just to get a little bit of color. But, I like to just start off usually with a nice little brown. something nude, and then I build from there. I guess I'm gonna do more of like an evening look. My everyday look would just be really this brown with just like a light color on, the top of my lid, and I'd be done. That would be my day look. I don't do much outside of that, but I'll do something a little bit more dramatic and pretty. Okay, so then I wanted to go from there. So the reason I use that matte is because these are 4 shimmers. Oops. There's quite a light one, a little bit of like a peachy one again that is very similar to this. This one's more silver, this one's more gold. And then there's this kind of, I don't know what to say, smoky green, which is very pretty. I'm gonna go into the smoky green and put it on the outside a little bit out here and deepen this in and just blend it through. And I think it's awful pretty. Okay, and then the other side, blend that through. Okay, I'm gonna clean this guy off because I'll probably use it again. Then I'm gonna come in with just a flatter brush. Let me see which one I want. Maybe this one. This I think was actually from my first Urban Decay Naked palette. I like it a lot. I think I'll just do a little bit of the one that is shimmery that has a little bit of the silver instead of gold. And put that just across the top. Pretty. It's subtle. It's not too shimmery. One thing I will do if I want more shimmer, which I'll do this time, is to, whoops, I got that a little too far up, is to just dampen my brush with a little bit of, this is again, La Mercier Setting Mist. I like this one. I like it more than I thought I was going to. I thought it was just going to be nothing, but I like it. It does set my makeup pretty well. Anyway, if you use a little bit of the setting mist, you can usually get a little bit more color payoff. And I think that is helping, and it'll be a lot more shimmery. So I don't love the mist. It's not as fine as I would like, but I think I said last time I had suggested to try one of those misters from Dollar Tree, and maybe I'll go get mine and we can try it to mist the face at the end. Anyway, that's the eye look. They're pigmented, they blend, they're soft, they're pretty. For $1.25, I don't really think you can beat it. And I think also I'll do one where I get like my Urban Decay and do one side on one eye and one side on the other, and you guys can see. And I'll do a check-in later tonight how everything wears. So I think I showed this guy last time. I really do like to use this to separate my lashes. And I explained that I am a Maybelline Lash Sensational girl. This has kind of rubbed off, but it's not actually that old, so I'm not sure why it's rubbed off so much, but I love this. I got the Maybelline Sky High, which I'll do 1-in-1. This, I think, helps with thickening your lashes a little bit more, and this with lengthening. They're both very pretty mascaras. I use both of them, but I tend to like this one a little more. This one a little more. I just tend to like a thicker eyelash on me. Okay, so this is my first coat. I'll let that dry a little bit. Put just a little on the bottom lashes. And I think it's so pretty. I think I forgot to do liner. So I'm going to use the Ioni liner today. Actually, if I'm going to do lashes, I'll put the liner on at the end. I think that's what I was thinking. So let me do the liner last. And then I'll use a little bit of the Sky High on the other side. My lashes are pretty long. They're pretty nice. I've been lucky to have nice lashes. But I think you can see I don't get as much curl out of the Sky High, but they do lengthen pretty well. Okay, there. You can see the difference. The one is nice and long. The other one is a little thicker. And I just think that that's a better look. For me, I just like it better. All right, I'm going to do a second coat. And I will put on a few lashes. That's something Dollar Tree does very well, are Ioni lashes. They're really good. I think they're comparable to Ardell. Some people say that I guess bands are a little thicker. I haven't noticed that at all. The other one that I do like is an LA Color Wispy, which I don't know. And I think I showed this last time. I'll also do the Ioni Wispy Natural Short sometimes, but I'll put on a full lash today. Okay, so that is that. I do want to use this little lash separator a little bit. It does help with clumping. That I like a lot. Okay, then for powder. I powder under my eyes. I like the powders by Be Pure, both of them. I've seen the Essentially Ageless. This one is the lighter one, which is a nice match for my skin. It's not going to be good for anybody who's much lighter than I am. And then there is a deeper one. Again, there's just 2 shades, which is just, and there's no fix for this like there is, I think, for the foundation. There's no quick fix, but that's disappointing. I think they need at least 4 shades. That way you could just kind of mix a little bit, different powders, and you could make it work. But I use this under my eyes, and I think somebody who has lighter skin than me, they'd probably enjoy this. I thought it was going to be like a banana powder, like something that was very lightening. It is not. It is not. I also will use a little bit, and I'm not that dark today, but I got some sleep. But I'll use a little bit of this just to lighten under my eyes, because I do, especially during allergy season, I have some dark circles. And this is a number 71 Sephora concealer brush, and I love it. I am a Sephora brush person. So you can see how it lightens just a bit. It takes a little bit of the darkness away. I like it. It makes me feel, just like I look maybe more awake. I look a little more with it. And a tiny bit goes a long way because it is pigmented. It is creamy. It's very nice. And then I use these little powder applicators under my eye. You can get them. I got some backups because I'm washing them now. They're not coming completely clean. I got a new, anyway, they're at Dollar Tree right now. And anyway, I go into this lighter powder. I'll show you how it looks. It is not a banana powder. It is a very sheer, a very nice powder. I put it under my eyes and it just helps me not crease. It mattifies things under the eyes a little bit and I like it. So anyway, then I come in with my Essentially Ageless powder. I use, again, a Sephora brush 50 for my powder. I really like these. I think I'm going to get a few more of the Sephora brushes, especially for applying eyeshadow. Actually, the blending brush I used is my old e.l.f. crease brush, and I love e.l.f. I also like Real Techniques. I think that they're very good brushes for the price. But anyway, I come in and I powder. I tend to get, over the day, I will get a little oily. So I powder pretty well. And I find that it sets my makeup pretty well too. And I don't look too dry, too creasy, too cakey, I think. So anyway, that's that. And then let me do a lip, and I'm not sure what I want to do. So these LA Color lipsticks are just beautiful. This one is Big Deal. I wear this often. This one is Perfectionist. This is a very much a nude for me, for my lip tone. This one is called Main Squeeze. Those are my 3 favorites. This one, oh, I've forgotten if this was Be Pure. I've forgotten who the manufacturer is, but I love both of these shades. They are so pretty on me. This one is a little bit brownish peach. This one is a little bit brownish pink. I'll show you these. I don't know if I've seen them out still, so you can still get them. And then this is actually the only thing I'm using that's not Dollar Tree today besides my mascara. This is a Revlon Color Stay Longwear lip liner. There are lip liners at Dollar Tree. I have not had luck finding the right shade for me. I know it exists. I see it online and I just can't find it in store. My lips naturally are just a little bit darker on the outside. So I tend to do either a more mauve or more brown liner on the outside. And I have to say, I just got to give a shout out to these liquid eyeshadows too for date nights or going out. They're beautiful. You should just try them. They're $1.25. I mean, I think back in the day I had like a Stila shadow that was similar, and I think these are just as good. They're just so pretty. Very, very pigmented, very shiny. This is the eyeshadow. There is also a highlighter I haven't bought yet. I want to try to find it. I hear it's pretty good, but these are the eyeshadows. It's another one. I think there's 4 in total. Oh, this is the other Conceal and Correct. If you find that there's like kind of a darkness to these instead of just an orangeness on your skin, you can use this. And then again, like if it's a little red, you can maybe like mix these. Let me know how it works for you. I just find that using this creates a nice color for me. Oh my gosh, I don't know where the other. This one is more of like a dark brown gold, which I find very pretty, very pretty. So I wear those. I'm not a big sparkly person during the day, but I wear those at night to go out. And this is what I found as far as lip pencil. It was not the right color for me. It just doesn't show up on my lips almost at all. I need something a little darker and deeper, but they are really creamy. They're pigmented, they're nice. So if that works for you, then I tried this one as well. This is an LA Colors Auto Lip Liner. And maybe I should have showed you first, but it also does not show up very well on my lips. It's very creamy and pigmented. They're very pretty. So I'm still gonna look. And then I also wanted just to mention Candy Mojo, which I think is rebranded, used to be New Color. They're nice too. These are concealers. You twist the bottom, the concealer comes out the top. I have both the colors. I do mix these colors. I also will mix it with my corrector and make the right color for myself. And you know, it's nice because if I get more tan, you know, I mix the more tan one and mix in some other colors and it works out well. You know, so you can really make whatever works for you on the day that you're using it. Essentially Ageless, I use this often. I love it. It's a concealer. So those are them. Okay, so I don't know, which one should I use? Should I use my everyday? Should I use, let's see, with this look, I think I kind of want to use a peach or a pink. All right, so this is a pinkish brown. It's creamy. It goes on really well. It's beautiful. It's just a very pretty color. And like I said, for me, that's more of an everyday color. I need a little bit of like a brown tone in my colors, generally speaking. Yeah, it's looking nice. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do are eyelashes and setting spray. Again, I use the La Mercier. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter. This little bottle I have refilled because it's one that you can take along with you, like it's a travel size. I really need to wash it. But I do like, you know, the all-nighter. I was an all-nighter girl for 10 years, and then I tried this, and just for $1.25, I think it's amazing. Oh, I also wanted to say the Clean Beauty Lip and Color Cream Blush Duos are wonderful. There's two colors. This in the pan looks very, very bright. It does not go on that bright. It is just so beautiful once you kind of sheer it out on your cheeks. It's just so pretty. And then it does dry down to a little bit more of a powdery finish, and it lasts all day. It's beautiful. And then this one is more of a dusty pink, which is also very pretty. Okay, let's see. Eyelashes. So I do like these 3D faux mink lashes. They're natural light wispy. I already have a pair. I put them in my little trusty case here, also from the Dollar Tree. I've seen one recently online that is bigger, and you can have 3 pair in there, which I think for traveling might be nice. You can put 3 different pair. And then it has a mirror, and it's bigger. It's got like cherries on the top. I think that's very pretty, but I could not find that. And I've had this one, I don't know, for years now. Again, I see it on occasion, like it goes in and out. They bring it back. They brought it back several times. So again, I think I said this last video, the lash glue I use is the Everlasting Clear. I'm gonna try it again. I used just one time the black eyeliner lash glue and my lashes lifted. But, you know, using it just one time does not necessarily mean I did it correctly. I had enough glue on the lashes, you know, maybe I did it wrong. Okay, so I have trimmed these just slightly. They're a little bit long for me. I apply the lash glue right along here. And then it's funny with lash glue, especially with the white lash glue, and that might also have been some of the problem. I couldn't really tell if it got tacky by the color of the darker lash glue. And you put it directly on your eye like an eyeliner. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe I just have to play around with it more, use it a few more times, and then I'll give you some tips on what worked for me. But anyway, you put it on, and then you have to wait like 30 or 40 seconds. And also, I trim a little bit of the inside of the lash because they're very long, like they're not cat eyes, and I like it to be a little bit shorter on the inside and a little bit longer on the outside. So it turns almost like slightly bluish when it's gotten tacky. I don't know if it's something you can like zoom in on. It takes 30 or 40 seconds. But if you do that, if you wait and you just see like it turns from a white to like just a tint of blue, you're gonna see that they will stay on for hours. I've worn these, I don't know, 8, 10, I wanna say 10. One time I went on an airplane and we were getting off the plane. I was changing my kids. I was going to my first cousin's daughter's wedding, and we changed in the airport, but I had my makeup on already. And I got on the plane at like 6:15 in the morning, and the party was probably starting at like 7:15 or 7:30, but out in New Mexico, which, are they 2 hours behind us? Yeah, so anyway, I had it on for a good 12, 14 hours even, and they stayed on. They stayed on beautifully. Okay, so anyway, you place it down as close to your lash line as you can, and they are just so beautiful. So beautiful. I think it's a little bit better with the other tool that I will be on the lookout for to get another one. I think I just misplaced it. You just gotta play with it, try to get it to stick down onto your eyelashes. And I do find that when you have false eyelashes on, putting mascara on really helps to kind of blend it all in. So they don't look like two separate layers of lash. But anyway, that's how you do that. Okay. So you can see they are really long and they're really pretty, and these are wispy. So if you want to go more dramatic, you can. They don't look, you know, cheap or plasticky or whatever. They look very natural and very pretty. And like I said, once they're on, they are on. The inner corner sometimes is like a little difficult to get to stick down if you work with it for a minute or two. A lot of people will do their waterline with a black mascara. I don't tend to do that. I find that it is a little too dark for me. I don't know, what it is. So I will use just a retractable brown, a dark brown, like a smoky brown mascara, and I will do my waterline real fast, which I think does a good job. I think it looks nice. And that way, everything looks a little bit more cohesive. I did place this one better. It's a little bit difficult to look at the camera, look in my mirror. It's just a little easier if I have the mirror right here and I'm doing it, in front of my face, and it's, not so difficult. Okay, the last thing is the felt tip eyeliner pen by Ioni in black. This is the pen that got me back into Dollar Tree makeup. I think I had mentioned last video that I used it years ago, hated most of the products, didn't want to use it again. One day I just really needed a eyeliner. So I thought, well, let me try this Ioni. And I think at that time I thought it was Tony, because the little eye looks a little bit like a T on the package. Anyway, and so I tried this one and I loved it. And that's what got me back into Dollar Tree makeup. Anyway, I just do a little bit of a line. I think the hardest part of this is to get the part that is on the inside of your eye, the inner top, to blend with the band. If you can see that, it's kind of like the most difficult part. But if you're patient and you just use some swiping motions, you can get it to blend very nicely. Okay, that's about it. As usual, my liquid liner game is not that good, but I've gotten better over the years. Okay, well, the eyeliner is as good as it's gonna get today. I'm gonna put just a little bit of this darker color from this palette just underneath. Just a little smoke out under the eyelash. And I think I'm just gonna put a little bit more mascara on my bottom lashes just because the top is so full. Okay, yay. One thing I do like is to use this in the inner corner. Just a tad of highlight. It's not too dramatic. This is as dramatic as I get. I'm not a huge dramatic girl. And then the very last step. So again, it doesn't smell the greatest, but I don't think Urban Decay smells that great either. I'm just gonna, this is a little, like, I don't know what to say, like slightly plasticky, maybe, is the smell. And then my Urban Decay, it smells a little more floral, but it also kind of smells like alcohol and plastic. And that's it. That's the look. Oh, got a little bit on my teeth. I hope you like this look. I hope that you guys can try it. Here, let me put my hair down. It's just something that I enjoy doing. I love to do my makeup. I love to feel like put together and ready to go. And, this is just my evening look. I'll do a get ready with me daytime look next time, and I'll try a couple of the products I mentioned. I'll try to find the other Essentially Ageless, and we can try that out. I'll show you that. I will get another 3-pan LA Colors to try, or maybe I can try to get the other one that is the blue and purple one, if I can find that. And I'll get more of the nude Be Pure foundation, so I can show you how I mix the colors to make a foundation that works for me. But that's essentially what I do every day, and it works really well. And I'm using very little that is not from Dollar Tree, even by choice, not just for this video, because I just find that the products have really gotten a lot better. They're really beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back with a couple other videos. I think I have a Shein unboxing and I have my favorites from Dollar Tree right now. I have a bunch of favorites, but take care. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. I just wanted to do an evening check-in. It is about 9 p.m. and I've had this on for about 10 hours actually. Actually, maybe about 9.5 hours. But everything, this is what I look like in the evening. Like I said, I always get kind of oily here. I usually am more oily up in my forehead. I'm not as oily as I normally am. I get oily on my chin. I did probably one time use my oil roller that is by Be Pure on my chin today. But you can see there's still stuff on the cheeks. The blushes are so pigmented, they last forever. I think that the contour is probably pretty faded at this point that I put on earlier. You can see a little bit of it up here, but the highlight I can still see. My lashes, they just are not budging. That glue is wonderful. You can see the eye shadow is still on. That smoky eye, Mercier, I think is what it was. And then I love the eyeliner. That's by Ioni. That's their liquid felt tip liner. I like it better than LA Colors. LA Colors sometimes can get a little, like it can flake off sometimes. It does take a few hours, but it can kind of flake off. It's a little shinier. This is more matte. And I think it's really easy to use the pen. And I love it. It's this one, the felt tip eyeliner pen in black. I haven't seen one in brown, but if I do see it, I'm gonna pick it up. I don't know that they make one in brown. The lipstick, it's just regular lipstick that comes off. I ate lunch and dinner. I didn't reapply, it comes off, but it's so easy to reapply. It's so beautiful, it's creamy, it lasts for a little while. It's not a long wearing lip product at all. It's just a regular lipstick. I do have a couple of long wearing lip products, which I'll try out next time. But, overall, I think the makeup is just beautiful. For $1.25 each product, nothing was over $1.25. I will say, obviously, the only thing I didn't use was mascara. I don't find any of the mascaras very nice, but I was thinking, there is a mascara my daughter uses that has hyaluronic acid. I think it's by Be Pure. I have used it for setting my brows if I want something that's pigmented and not just clear, and it worked okay. And I will also say that although the color is a little off with this Be Pure hydrating concealer, the formula of this is so nice. That is why I work with it, and I use the other color corrector to just, make it into a color that works for me, because it does, you can see, there's no real creasing, even under my eyes. I don't know if you can up close look at it. There's no creasing around my smile lines. It's still on. I can still see the color. I can still see 10 hours later that I have something there. It's hydrating. It's not super pigmented, but it's a good medium coverage if you build it up. I just love it. I just think with the hyaluronic acid and some of the other emollients in it, it's very hydrating and it's wonderful. I'm just looking at this. I think there's glycerin and I think there's a little bit of mineral oil. Some people might say it's a little too dewy or a little too liquidy, but it is very hydrating. So I think they might be confusing this dewy hydrating formula with something that's just very thin and liquidy. Anyway, the powders, I didn't have to reapply powder. I think that they do a very good job, both of them, both the translucent powder and both of them are by Be Pure. One is translucent and one is, tinted. The tinted powder only has kind of a medium, although it's the lightest shade. I think it's called Fair. And then there's just a deeper shade, so there's only 2 shades. But I think that they're wonderful formulas. And again, this Le Mercier matte finish setting spray, I think does such a great job, keeping all of the look together and keeping it on. So I hope you guys will try out some of the new makeup, some of the reformulated makeup. LA Colors is always saying new and improved and reformulated, and it seems that they are improving a lot of their formulations. And I hope you enjoy this. Thanks so much. Take care.